yards in other games, but when he doesn't run it well, dimensional, that's how they win their games best, not throwing the ball.
And just looking at their schedule towards the end of the season, week 13 and 17, both against the Eagles, those could be two huge football games.
Could be mine.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the captain.
After review of the play,
Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. Got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there, Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, here comes... And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge...
Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me?
Next up, Devin Wade.
It's been a year now since Wade made a name for himself on the hit show Long Shot, but now he's been signed by the Dallas Cowboys.
How about that? And a year ago, I would have said Wade's got a shot at a decent NFL career, but let's be honest, this last year has been really rough on him.
At least he's on a team, unlike his buddy Colt Cruz.
Yeah, but you got to give Colts some credit. I mean, he gave up a shot at the Super Regional Combine to help his buddy Devin Wade out when he needed it most.
That's true, but would we even be talking about him if he wasn't on that show? He barely made it out of rookie minicamp last year.
Yeah, but I think Cruz has some talent. We would have seen Cruz missile launch right out of the Super Regional. Yeah, sure, he got some exposure on the show, but that could ultimately cost him in the long run.
Nate, there's nothing wrong with being on reality.
Of course you would say
How
that.
dare you? How dare you? Now, Peter, who has best shot of these guys to make it to the league? You know.
I'm Mike Schmizniak. That's why I'm a Schmiz guy.
No way.
Yes.
Not a chance,
It's lucky he had the best numbers of any of those contestants.
Don't sleep on the Schmiz.
Okay, you're talking about numbers. Football is much more than numbers. I mean, Schmitty is a beast on the field, but that attitude, though, hey, listen, that's a
Sergeant Carrot.
Yeah.
I'm a big Sergeant
Yes.
Carrot guy.
Yes.
When the show went back to Wade's old Army unit and Wade and Cruz got to go Iron Man against Dan Marino, it's Carrot.
She more than held her own against her fellow soldiers. NFL scouts out there, take note of this lady.
Here, here.
Thank
Yes.
Does she even have a first name?
Yeah, Sergeant.
Sarge for short.
Sarge, yeah.
All right, in all seriousness, do you guys see a future in the NFL for these two?
Yeah, listen, the window is short after college. You normally get 2 seasons to catch on. I say it's do or die for Cruz.
And Wade, it's been a year now. He hasn't been cut, but it looks like no team in the NFL trusts him to actually take an NFL snap.
That show made him a household name, and he's had training from top talent. Dan Marino, ever heard of him? How about Coach Jack Ford?
And the Cowboys are the ultimate show, and they clearly see something in him. He's going to have to prove himself, but I genuinely think we're going to see him on the field there. I do.
I'm rooting for him.
Now just one of 90 players vying for a roster spot, but the question does remain, guys. Can the long shot continue to defy odds and be one of the Cowboys' final 53?
What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride it down.